EA Sports. It's in the game.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. He won't go down. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. It's caught. This is White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the 1st.
I know the fans want to see 1st downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Now he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now it's Hill, flushed out right. He's going to take, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. An 8-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be taken very short.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script play.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hill. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hill. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and it's Cincinnati first down. Here's Hill. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Patriot offense returning to the field. And look at this season, 12-4, but they had the 8-0 start. And you think about it in that lens, down the stretch 4-5, including the playoff loss. A first-place finish for the 16th time, though, in 17 years. But now the question circle. We've mentioned Tom Brady. A lot of discussion there. But there's a lot of other questions to answer, correct?
This is one of the oldest rosters in the NFL, so there has to be some type of a rebuild, reboot along the way, although if you're a New England Patriot, you don't do it with the idea that you're not still contending to win the AFC East and go to the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to do that from the front office, which there is some uncertainty there, whether there'll be some change in those positions. Head coach, as long as he's there, I think things are put in great hands. But we may see a drastically different Patriot team moving forward, especially if number 12 decides to take his talents elsewhere.
Well, if Brady is there next year, they got to get him some guys he can throw the football to.
Guys that he'll absolutely trust, and that means finding veteran wide receivers who can come in and adapt to their system and play. They tried that this year. Antonio Brown, Mohamed Sanu.
N'Keal Harry.
Well, N'Keal Harry was the rookie, and he didn't adapt very well, but Josh Gordon didn't find a replacement for Gronk at tight end, although you're not going to replace Gronk, but you have to find people who are serviceable. So it became throw it to Julian Edelman and hope, and that's a problem for that team. So, yes, you're exactly right. They've got to get some help for Tom Brady if he comes back, and they've got to get some guys probably through the draft, because I don't see a bunch of veteran free agent receivers out there who'll go to New England and make that big of a difference.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Brady now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And a dump off to White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run on first down. Dickerson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Breaks through the contact. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
60 Pittsburgh. First down, Cincinnati.
Check right.
Get it.
On first down, Dickerson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
70, Indy.
They'll try the air now with Hill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Odell Beckham, 42 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground with White. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And they are going for it. Here's Hill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rob Ninkovich. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better, because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out.
Wait, that 180. 43. Now watch one. Alert.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
And you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Hill. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give right side. Dickerson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. He gets away from 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brady gets it to Gordon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw is Brady. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one and a New England 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's caught, it's Thomas. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guy.
After review of the play, The ruling on the field is reversed.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Now Brady, maybe a free play here. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Bengals offense set and ready to roll here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Hill looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Hill dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To try again after the sack. Hill got a man. It's Randy Moss. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Hill into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Play action. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
As the offense comes out here, CD, we got to talk about the big one. We've waited for it all season long, down to the final 2 in Miami. All the glitz, all the glamour. What do you think of this matchup, partner?
And a lot of folks thought that this might be Baltimore and San Francisco. They were the 2 best teams in the regular season. But Kansas City, many thought might. Very well have been number 3 and ended up getting the home field advantage after the Ravens lost to Tennessee. Took full advantage of that and found their way to Miami. Interesting thing for me, these 2 coaches.
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Second and 6 at the 39.
They go play action. Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Cincinnati getting the football back here, and as a broadcaster, I guess it's my solemn duty to say that cliched line that everyone's been saying. The Cincinnati Bengals, CD, as we head to the offseason, they are on the clock. Record-wise, worst in the NFL, 2-14. But, hey, if it was Andy Dalton's last game in Cincinnati, Week 17, he did get the victory over in-state rival Cleveland to get him that 2nd win of the year.
And what a great win for him because of all he's meant to that franchise. You remember when he took over there, expectations were low. Got to the playoffs his first year. You know, he and A.J. Green hooking up for big plays, and he's been a terrific quarterback for them for a long time. The team has now gone into a regression, and they'll probably start fresh. And frankly, They were on the clock probably starting October 1, okay? So that's kind of where it went for them. I would think quarterback would be the place that they'll look with the #1 pick overall. And there's a certain quarterback out there that everyone's talking about and speculating who was darn good last year in the college football that could very well end up in Cincinnati. And by the way, he has Ohio roots.
80 weapon.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Hill now to throw. Man open, Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. The first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hill to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 4 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Lucas. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of...
And just like that... On we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go play action with Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back to throw. Hill. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. 51. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He finds Robinson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now it's Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now Hill escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Hill, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right